Welcome to Tram Simulator, and I feel I'm not gonna be pretty good at English since last couple of videos, but maybe isn't a project that I never able to save. I can't save because there's someone is absolutely gonna be trying to block in my mind, so I'm pretty sorry for that. So let's get to be started all the way up here. As you can see, for these some kind of trains should be able to spawn around here. So I cannot able to make this completion of the map, and because welcome to City Tram Simulator, and it is gonna be taken away for just to go only one way. That we're gonna be starting around for a transit system without some kind of diesel trains. Now let's gonna be making it around for some kinds of electric trains, which is gonna be better imported. That we should be gonna be fine. They're gonna be first with this one, and absolutely is gonna be appearing some kind of images. Looks like I got to disconnect for just very early. It's gotta be too much, isn't it? For just gonna be very far ahead for this one. So I'm gonna be using for a Russian transit system. So which is gonna be started around for the electric trains. Now we're gonna be going around for this one. And absolutely when I start over, and this is where I just made this first station before making other kinds of stations around the map. And unfortunately, I may never save. I can't save to this map because that wasn't gonna be pretty quite easy at all. So let me just gonna be making so many textures as anywhere as possible. So before that, I cannot make it anything, I guess. It is absolutely most likely gonna be almost too much because we're trying to making things into British mode. So I cannot absolutely gonna be trying to think. Anyways, that we just use the build tools to make things even more greater than I just ever imagined. So as the station continues to grow, so as the streets is gonna be closed and around for here, since I wasn't gonna be been here then, that wasn't gonna be taken around for here. I just literally talk too much, but I really still care about it, and to make this decision even more intensely gonna be greater or find, and it's nothing that we're gonna be doing to say, and we are absolutely gonna be making a lot of these things into reality because everything does not existing around for this in the real world. So I just continue to make it around for this one, and exactly how I'm just making it for a large British railways in around here inside of this game. So must be the tram simulator we're gonna be using for SEPTA trains as well. And because only one thing, this isn't Brazilian National Railways. This is something kind of just a very first time that wasn't gonna be doing it like this before. As we're starting around for a tram service, we'll be think that we're gonna be doing for just the very first time. That wasn't gonna be even making no sense. As to make this is absolutely gonna be making no sense as well. So the first thing we'll be started around is gonna be opening up the locomotives as really possible. All locomotives has been appeared, including electric trains as even possible. We're not using for some kind of only this one. And to start off, that we're gonna be using this one, and we're absolutely gonna be doing for this only one time. So it's pretty loud, and we know what is gonna be going on here. So this is the back of the vehicle, and that must be the front of the vehicle as well. So I suggest I'm gonna be remove and re-added over here to locomotives. And because sometimes I wasn't able to get respond, but since I just gonna be moving always forward as well. In the meantime, that is just gonna be never gonna be insanely same for these things as well. We're not gonna be choosing it around for the left side of the road, which is absolutely pretty intensely bad. So the last thing we need to do is something kind of this is gonna be going on. So the front of these move. We're gonna be taken around for necessary over here. So this is absolutely for a Russian train, which is gonna be moves forward as we put ourselves to move forward. I don't think it's absolutely really stuck. but I absolutely gonna be using for the build tools, which is I just gonna be disable collidements as well. So we're gonna be shadow for the cast, and around for imagine that won't be able to do like this. As a train moves even legitly backwards. But I'm pretty sorry I'm not sure that the train doesn't move because my internet connection was extremely bad. So I just gotta be deleting this one train. It doesn't gotta work at all because I cannot do this, by the way. We managed to change connection. Unfortunately, I cannot save for this progress because my internet connection was extremely worse. And because only one thing that I just absolutely feels a little bit stress, I don't think that was really mad stress. And about for this extremely weak connection, it's not being stable without further ado, and looks like you're not able to recommend it that you're gonna be playing this game for just a little bit long if you got weaker connection. For the weakest connection that you never able to see like this before, that was gonna be even more better than I really thought, that we're loading up some steam engines and other stuff. So I cannot believe that we're just starting to get ready to do service for just literally one time. I can't believe it. My connection is absolutely extremely terrible when the first clip was absolutely being hauled up and I got disconnected for just a very long terms of minutes. And absolutely, it's not going to be over 20 minutes at only one this time. So, if you look around the scene, in the beginning of the video, we just made something a little bit big, but causing my connection doesn't going to be pretty working out for just a little bit. And I cannot believe that we don't know, because I'm extremely sorry that I just lost my mind for just a very gone too long, because I swear we already lost my progress, but I can't save, and because it's absolutely too much, maybe I can stay longer, and if I should to be, and because I swear, and I just literally forgot about for just a very weeks, because it's hard that I can know for about for this only one thing, and I just completely lost my mind, and because my connection ran completely terrible, and by the end of this, I'm not gonna be used to be for just a very long time. So I cannot be using for around for this one. So to start around with terrains and other stuff, and it looks like to start even special items will be at one first. And I can't believe it. This is absolutely gonna be searching for a last one. So let's gonna be using for terrain. And it's absolutely going to be using for only one thing. So we're going to replace it here. And we're doing it a little bit of stuff. So as you can see that we're going to be using building tools that can change color into black. And we're going to be changed into for concrete. We're going to be switched on to here. And it's not going to be made collide around for this. And absolutely, this is the one that you're gonna be using around for this. If you're just using a terrain, and this is we're making a scene for just going to be a biggest one as well, and because I cannot even know, and set this to 0.5, and we're gonna be taking it all the way up right here. And the last thing that we don't ever do something a little bit dumb. It's because it takes the whole like it station. So I suggest I'm gonna be using around 0. So if this is gonna be necessary at all, and I look, this is some kind of collidable for this time as well. So it's gonna be taken up for a whole map and other kinds of other worlds, and you can just gonna be stretch up this lane. It will be turning extremely big, and another one will be at this, and the entire map will be a concrete like this one. So as you can see, and let's see, gonna be turned into uncollidable like these stuff. As you can see, we're just gonna be putting around for this, but this project was absolutely discontinued because of my internet connection wasn't running so well, and it doesn't gonna be fixing around for this one, so don't worry about this. We're doing about for this for a very next time, but unfortunately my career is gonna be going quits around for this for once later. So as you can see, for just started around for the train and the diesel as well. Now we're gonna be putting around for this one diesel only. And if I just started to spawn about for this train, it doesn't absolutely delete. Wait, did I just spawn either? So that's gonna be respawn for just for very later on. And that wasn't very good as this one, so unfortunately. But there we go, we just absolutely have for a one locomotive. And it's gonna be moving forward for just a little bit. And the start service wasn't pretty even good either. And like we say, we're just gonna be slow down and just gonna be completely stopped around for these vehicles. And would you think this is absolutely for a huge, enormous, massive commuter service? And absolutely, if you're gonna be using for this some kind of GM vehicle, this is the GM SEPTA vehicle, and in absolutely gonna be one piece for just only one thing. So, and the next train is gonna be pretty stopped and for only one size of them, and should be able to get on board and gonna be making on to the next station at once. So this is gonna be the end of the video, but unfortunately I cannot able to make something even more bigger than literally that. Unfortunately I cannot able to play for just in row scale sandbox. I cannot play row scale sandbox that I cannot able to do like this already for even more than 30 minutes. That should be able to do like this, that lasts longer per connection as well. So that is it for just gonna be one project. And if you just live in the state of Ohio, that doesn't exist for some kind of tracks or trams as well, or it just exists. Let me know. It won't be gonna be existed around for here. Just trams doesn't exist in Ohio, and especially there must be some kind of tram, SEPTA trams with some kind of doors like this one, and maybe yours itself in the 1970s, and especially some kinds of trams gonna be working on it, and anything is gonna be going was, and because in the near future, trams that are no longer supported to the future, and I'm pretty not sure that will no longer be exist anymore, and exactly how it doesn't gonna be feels no matter what, as we're doing for about for these stuff. And that station that I made this big will be set that I'm gonna be using for commuter rail service as Metro and Metrolink like these ones as well. So I'm gonna be spawning out inside of according to the rolling stock, and unfortunately I cannot able to open out for this for some kind of a rolling stock. I can't believe it that I just put me into disconnection in the back for a little bit of tweaks. We cannot do this for anymore, and this time doesn't gonna be meanwhile putting ourselves, we cannot able to put our diesel locomotives and steam locomotives, which is absolutely gonna be hurting in the very long terms of something like this one. And I cannot pretty sure that I'm gonna be putting around some more like EMUs and the JR series 2 or 3, and because that's how that should be able to put around here for semi trucks. And because if this is responsation as well, I cannot let me know how to try. Once the connection is respawned, and I'm about to spawn it right over here, it doesn't gonna be working around here. That should gonna be placed around the trains over here. This isn't working right now, so I just gonna be cancel like this one, and it looks like it doesn't mean to work like this. Once I just completely reconnect, and because of my connection was absolutely for just, I just said that already, and because my internet connection, I really don't know what that was, because I just always forgetting about something, and that was even more terrible for my internet connection. So it looks like I'm just gonna be going to join around for the community maps, and like we never say, and to unlock these locomotives as always, and we have narrow gauge diesel and steam engines is very possible, and a lot of things as we probably as well. And the most bad thing is the rolling stock. I cannot able to spawn a lot of these things as well, and before, unfortunately, this is not going to be very so good of my connection, and it runs terribly slow, as extremely slow as well, not even possible. And now I just gonna be start over again, which is causing for my connection casually. It doesn't gonna be even matter that we're gonna be know about for this one. So as we're gonna be completely gonna be finding about this according to the building tools, we're gonna be making about for this one, and all because of the building tools that's gonna be wait. We changed it back into faster connection, and which is about that we're gonna be hurry for. And the last thing that we never seen about for this is spawning trains does cause for my connection does not gonna be very good at my connection, and because of this only one reason does not gonna be taken for a very long time. So I'm just gonna be literally spawning about trains and more of them because of only one thing that we're just gonna be saying in the map for this building a lot of stuff which requires for premium to building a lot of these things is very possible, but unfortunately this is not gonna be making up sense for this way. So I'm just gonna be spawning one locomotive at a time, and because of this all you know that doesn't gonna be making resisted for this time. So if I just gonna be spawn the locomotive, it takes for a couple of seconds or minutes should spawn one train at this time. So we're gonna be spawning around electric trains, and this is how we're gonna be end of this video. But literally we cannot do this for any this time, but maybe next time my connection doesn't gonna be work even so faster, because we cannot do this for any time for very years later. And like I say, thanks for watching, that we're gonna be see you into our next video, and make sure that I'm gonna be making something extremely small that my connection doesn't last long for over 30 minutes, and because that wasn't gonna be pretty such a nice thing. So I just gonna be keeping on uploading video for once again. So that was won't be able to get for last time, and especially these trains will have for some kind of headlights. And but the last thing is that this should be gonna be headlights is gonna be working as well as a Russian train or Polish train as well. So thanks for watching, that we're gonna be see you down the line all the way. So I'm pretty started to lost my words or minds, whatever it is that we're gonna be told me to say. And better yet, I just gonna be making around for the commuter train. We got for only one locomotive, 2 trams, 3, 4, 5, and we're just absolutely missing one. And because of only one thing that we're gonna be using for today, as the last thing, we're gonna be making to the biggest locomotive ever that we're gonna be doing to make things a little bit big. So as you can see, we have for a 6 locomotives. We have isn't a locomotive, that was becoming a subway train or commuter train. This isn't BNR, some kind of Brazilian national railways. This is some kind of a KPA for as well. So this is some kind of Polish and Russian trams as well. And because don't worry that we're gonna be see you in about for the next video. In the front of this is won't be gonna be to do like this one. This is not the MRT or the LRT. This is some kind of Russian reference or the San Andreas into this one, or absolutely some kind of a Californian Caltrain locomotives or EMU locomotives as well. This is some kind of California commuter rail, or well, we just made something kind of just a very important Caltrain. It wasn't gonna be very gonna be an offensive like those diesel trains. It's not gonna be working to the last longer to this electric trains. And because don't worry, we're gonna be making to this very soon. It won't be gonna be necessary until I just save in this progress. We're gonna be getting back into the commuter service, and we're gonna be doing for just a very long time for this one. And most likely We just made never gonna be nothing even more worse than I am that we're gonna be using what absolutely that we're gonna be doing for just next year. And we're gonna be doing for just the next year and a couple of years, and I'm gonna be right on schedule. But thanks for watching that we're gonna be doing for right on schedule into next couple of weeks or months. And because the anti-cheat is absolutely already released, and I'm sorry that we're gonna be going back into railroads, and I decided we're gonna be going back into racing team at once.